There was a pause, and the girl started to wonder if perhaps her sister had just tiptoed the rest of the way to her own room. "And that stops you from talking," came the reply, finally. "No, it just. I mean," the girl stuttered. "I didn't." She could almost hear her sister roll her eyes. "Whatever," she declared before slinking back to her own room. "Stupid," the girl berated herself. "Piss her off at you even more." She looked down at herself, shaking her head. She hadn't even tried to patch things up with her sister after dinner, just went back to her room to, as her sister had put it, act like a baby. And now she'd just made her even more angry at her. She felt a little like crying, and a little like sitting back down to play with her dolls and try to forget about it all, again, but her disgust at herself outweighed both. She didn't have to be a baby every time she was alone. She shouldn't really. It might feel nice, but there was more to life than that. She shook her head again, staring down at the floor, where she suddenly saw that her bottle had spilled some after all. Perfect, she sighed, right before she noticed that the floor wasn't the only wet thing. At first, she thought that perhaps she had somehow spilled water from her bottle onto her foot, but as she followed the trail up her leg, she realized the truth. Gross, she wrinkled her nose. She thought she had gotten so good at judging when her diapers could take another wetting, and when they couldn't, but apparently, she had been mistaken. Rubbish, she growled, waddling back to her bathroom, legs wide to try to avoid putting too much pressure on her soaked diaper.